Hello out there, we have the Boss GT-1000 unit here. I'm just going to give you a rig rundown of how I've set up a live patch for myself here. This is not a hi-fi recording. I'm not plugged into Pro Tools or anything. I'm just running sound off the iPhone, but just to give you an idea of how I've set the unit up for those who might be interested. Firstly, I think the GT-1000 is pretty great in terms of flexibility. There are some very usable sounds in there, and you can kind of set it up however you want without getting lost in the rabbit hole of programming parameters. And I love that stuff coming from like guitar tweaking, audio engineering background. But I've found with other units, I end up spending more time setting up my patches than actually playing them. And with this unit here, I think you are limited in options, not in a negative way, but you just kind of arrive at your destination much sooner than I have with other units. And I will say that, coming from Fractal Audio, I still use the VP4, and those units probably sound better. I have been using the Fractal FM3 for a couple of years now, but ended up letting it go just for some frustrations I had with the CPU, and I think I will end up getting another one of those, but in the meantime just dug out the GT-1000 and have been quite impressed with the sounds and how I've been able to set it up. So firstly, let's just go through some tones and then I'll talk you through the patch itself. So basically I've got two amps running here, a clean and a dirty. I think I'm using the twin combo and then the Brit stack. So, here's how that sounds. There's the clean. And then the dirty. So that's kind of the foundation of the sounds. And then from there, I've got a couple of dirt boxes set up here, a solo boost, a couple of delays, and then some mod effects there, which, all sound really good. First, I'd say that the tuner here is awesome, and just the visibility of it, the way that it tracks and everything is worth mentioning. And then these mod effects, I think, sound fantastic. Like the chorus vibe is awesome, and just works well, at the start of the chain, getting that, dirty Hendrix kind of sound. So I'm enjoying that, and then the tremolo here. Very good, and then I've got the rotary here as well. And say I feel inspired to do something different for a song, it's very easy just to go in there and change that effect for something else. So there's my rotary. Maybe I'm feeling a phaser, right, and then done. Right, so I can still make adjustments on the fly very easily. While I'm here, I'll just talk you through the effects chain. I've got a compressor running all the time, and it's pretty subtle, but I find it just gives me that lift and just a little extra sustain on the note, and then just kind of levels out when I plug in different guitars. I also have the classic vibe running in front and my dirt boxes running in front. So I'm using the Blues Overdrive and the XOD. And there are quite a few overdrive pedals in there, but I really only like 3 or 4 of them. And that's another thing, like I'm limited on this machine in a really productive way, and that's another part of why I'm enjoying it. The sounds that I can get out of it are great, but you know, I'm not paralyzed by choice as I have been with other units, and you know, I just want to dig in and play after I've set my patch up. From there, I'm running a splitter, so I've got the twin combo and the Brit stack there, and then a little bit of post EQ shaping just to scoop some of the low end. In here, I'm running a parametric EQ just as a high pass, low pass as well. I think from like 80 Hertz below and then 10K up. I've just cut them out. And then from there, I've got a slapback delay and a master delay. And I've put my own IR patch in there as well. Running a York Audio, like a twin American kind of stack in there. But I'm still trying to figure out whether I prefer the IR that I've put in there or just the stock standard one, which, you know, does sound great. From there, this is how it will present when I turn it on, and it boots up in about 10 seconds, which is another plus for me. And then I just go page 1, 2, and then I've got my pedal board here in front of me. So we have a slapback delay there. Okay, and then I've got the drum bin echo there. You know, which I like for atmosphere, and then just leads. Okay, so that's the blues overdrive. Okay, and then I've got the X overdrive. And I've also got a volume boost on that too. Just to, you know, reach up over the band when my ego kicks in. And that's kind of it. The trick has been finding some overdrives which run well in front of both amps, and finding a cab IR that runs well in front of both amps has been the challenge. But I think it's sounding pretty good. Now, am I 100% happy with it? No, but I never am with any of those patches that I've ever used. I'm always tweaking. I'm always making adjustments after I've played a gig. I'm always making adjustments after the sound check. And it will really depend on, you know, the PA as well, and hearing things at high volume. When that Fletcher Munson curve kicks in, you know, it changes the frequency response of everything. And so what sounds good here at home might not necessarily translate over to the stage environment as well. But the wah. Okay, which I've just got on the hair trigger too. But yeah, you know, it'll get me through a couple of sets. If I'm playing, you know, most of the night and the venue allows, then I will just take my own amp rig and my pedal boards. That's always my preference. But this one here will get me through when I just want that quick in and out, you know, one guitar in a backpack sort of loading. All right. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you're in the GT-1000 ecosystem and have some hints and tips for me, let me know. That'd be awesome. And I hope you're doing well out there, and maybe this has been of some help to my fellow boss brothers and sisters. All right. See you next time.